One of the interesting but often ignored features of ReSharper is its ability to infer data structures and member signatures from actual usage. Having this feature means that you can begin working with data structures straight away, and ReSharper will give you the implementation of those data structures for free as a pleasant side effect. Let's take a look at the way it works. What I've got here is an empty application. Now let's suppose that I want to make a contact list with people's names and particulars. Nothing prevents me from actually adding myself here and now without implementing any data structures at all. So I can type varp equals new person, p.name equals my name, and p.age equals 28. As you can see, the class name and the relevant properties are highlighted in red, which is somewhat obvious since they don't actually exist. However, I can simply click on person and open the ReSharper pop-up, and it's offering me the option to create the person class. So let's do that. And the same goes for properties. I've got property name, and it's offering me an option to create either a field or a property. So I'm going to go with the property here. And as you can see, ReSharper has correctly guessed the type of the property as string, and after I accept that, it's offering me various implementations of that property. And I'm going to choose auto property for this one, and then we can do the same thing for age. So let's create the property and make it an auto property. Now, people 16 or over can vote, and this property is dependent on age. Let's try implementing that. Let's say I want to determine if I can vote. So bool can vote equals p.can vote. Once again, ReSharper is offering us a pop-up, and here we have an option to create a read-only property. So let's do that. The type has been defined as bool, and if I go into the member body, I can simply put in my implementation. So age greater than or equal to 16, for example. So that's the read-only stuff taken care of. Now let's suppose that a person has an address, which consists of, say, a street name and house number. We can simply set the address and use ReSharper's features to, once again, infer these structures from their usage. So if I type in p.homeaddress.house number equals 46 and say p.homeaddress.street name equals, I don't know, some value. Then, so I can click on home address, and ReSharper will give me an option to create a property called home address. And now it's offering the type of object because it doesn't know what home address is, and I want an auto property as well. Of course, the thing is, I do know that it's not an object, it's something like, I don't know, address. And guess what? Once again, we can use ReSharper to create the address class right here. And subsequently, we can generate the house number and street name properties just as we did with the person class. So create property, int house number as an auto property, and same goes for street name. There we go. So it's not only the top level structures that can be generated, but it goes as deep as it has to, basically. Now, let's try something more complicated. Suppose when a person falls ill, we need to call a doctor. And for that, we use an event. So in C# we type p.fallsill plus or equal new event handler, and then call doctor, just as an example. When ReSharper helps us straight away is to generate the call doctor method. So if we create this method, you'll see that the method signature is set correctly. And let's write a basic implementation here. So say we want to write line calling doctor and then get the doctor's name, e.name. Now, event.args doesn't really have a name property at all. We need to create a separate class for that. So what I can do is I can simply add doctor event.args. I can create a class. Let's make sure that it actually inherits from event args. And subsequently, I can automatically create a property called name using the mechanism that we've already seen. There we go. Now, there's still a few problems here, like, the FallZill event doesn't exist yet. So we can create it now, create event FallZill. There we go. And its type, we're going to have event handler doctor event args, like so. And finally, this tiny little problem that the signature right now isn't correct. So ReSharper offers to correct the signature, but truth be told, this part isn't even required at all. So we can simply get rid of it, like so. There we go. And that's pretty much it for this demo. Hopefully I've been able to demonstrate how simple and effective this inferencing feature of ReSharper is. If you've got any comments, suggestions, or questions, please just leave a comment below this video. Thanks for watching and good luck.